Welcome to Foreclosure Rescue. My name is Guy Neighbors. I'm the Director of Advocates for Justice Paralegal Service. I went through the foreclosure hell you are facing, and I hate to lose. So I was motivated to learn the dirty secrets and shortcuts attorneys use to steal people's property. Now I help others. I specialize in non-conventional foreclosure defense lawsuit packages and strategies. I have learned to stop wasting time filing documents in their case, hoping the judge will be fair. I have helped people who are still in their homes past the eviction date. I can help you learn how to get control of your foreclosure and provide you with the legal documents you need to make it happen. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of creating a title dispute to block the non-judicial foreclosure process in JP Court, in Texas JP Court. People should understand that attorneys set up the conventional foreclosure defense program, so it is not formulated for homeowners to win. First, we have to explain the difference between judicial and non-judicial. In a judicial foreclosure, you're served a summons. You first served a summons or complaint, and then you have 21 days to answer, and you have to go to court. After they reply to your answer, then there's a court hearing, and you go to court, and the whole process is done through the court. And then the judge makes a determination on who should win in the end. In a non-judicial foreclosure, that whole process is started with a notice of default letter, which executes the power of sale clause in the deed of trust. That whole process is done without a court hearing, without a court process. And the only way that you can defend your property is to file a wrongful foreclosure lawsuit. Google it, how to stop a non-judicial foreclosure. You'll see that it says you have to file a wrongful foreclosure lawsuit to fight a non-judicial foreclosure. So I'm kind of thinking, so why is it attorneys don't tell people this? All the attorney wants you to do is a loan modification, or they want you to do a short sale, or most attorneys will come up with the bankruptcy. They want you to file a bankruptcy. Now, the loan modification nowadays is used to disqualify homeowners because you have to expose yourself when you're doing a loan modification, and you have to provide all of your financial information to the bank. And once the lender sees that you have more debt going out than income coming in, then they really turn their back on you. They ignore your documents. They tell you you need to refile this. We didn't get that, and they just stall until they're able to put themselves in a position to go ahead and complete the foreclosure. The short sale, well, that speaks for itself. The short sale is not going to help you end up in your property in the end. The bankruptcy works for some people. Most of the people that I've had opportunity to work with, the bankruptcy did not work for them in the end. It stalled off the foreclosure. It allows them to go home and think that everything's fine. And then after a few months, the judge throws the home out of the bankruptcy back into the foreclosure. And the bankruptcy attorney says, I don't know what happened. Well, what happened was the attorney never objected. And in most cases, they had this planned from the beginning to go ahead and throw your home back into foreclosure. The whole conventional foreclosure process, in my opinion, is set up to suck all of the money out of your account and in the end leave you high and dry. Now, our program that we put together involves challenging the getting your dispute on the record, okay, by filing your wrongful foreclosure lawsuit in federal court, okay? Then you have to challenge the eviction court jurisdiction, and you provide a file stamp copy of your dispute, your lawsuit that you filed in federal court. You provide a file stamp copy of that attached to the challenge to JP Court's jurisdiction, and file that in JP Court. Now, the second document you're going to file is a removal. It's a document to remove the case from JP Court and over to federal court where you have your lawsuit filed. Because see, here's the deal. JP Court can only make a determination on immediate possession. And most people have no idea about that. So you go into eviction court after you've been beat up already in the foreclosure court. You go to JP court and you want to argue the same thing you were arguing in the foreclosure court, that you own the property and that all these things are wrong. And that court cannot make a determination on a title dispute. People have no idea about that. And that's the little key that they use to get over on you. Because by the time they get you to this part of the program, they're trying to kick you out of the house. And if you don't get this part of it right, the judge is going to rule against you. And now you have 3 days to vacate the property. And they send the sheriff out to help you do that. It's sad. So you want to make sure that you have your program set up. The other thing that's a problem that most people don't realize is in a non-judicial foreclosure, okay, you have 30 to 45 days to get your program together, okay? You don't have time to do a loan modification or short sale or any of those other things, in my opinion. Now, if the lender agrees to do a loan modification, they're not supposed to continue the foreclosure. It's called dual tracking, and it's totally illegal. But you know what? They get away with it all day long because none of the attorneys are going to address it, and people are not aware of it. So to keep yourself from being put in that situation, you need to get your title dispute filed in federal court and go that route, because you don't have time to do all those things that are required to do a loan modification, a short sale, you know, or bankruptcy. You can go run down to bankruptcy and file bankruptcy the last day, right before the sale, and they'll stop it for a little while. But it's not something that I want to hang my hat on, because that process is still run by attorneys. Oh, wait, they call them trustees, excuse me, but they're still attorney. They're attorney trustees, and they still work for the system, which is designed to take people's houses. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels in the conventional lawsuit program set up by attorneys, it's time for you to go to my website and invest in your wrongful foreclosure lawsuit package and get your title dispute on the record. If you can relate to what I'm saying here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right down there at the bottom, there's a little button that says subscribe, and share, as it will help me provide affordable service for other people in the future who are struggling with finances. Also, scroll down to the comment section and click on the link to my website. Go to my website, invest in one of my lawsuit packages, review the documents, highlight the areas where you have questions, go back to the website and schedule a support phone call, and let's get started. Advocates for Justice Paralegal Service, we are different and we prove it. Thank you. Have a great day.